Welcome to my instructional screencast on Schoology. Schoology is an LMS for K-12, higher education, and corporations. Schoology is very easy to set up a brand new course or copy existing or archived courses. When you first start out, you would sign up. As an instructor, you would create a login. And if you're a student or parent, you'd be given a code from your instructor that would set you up for the classes your student or child is signed up for. Once you're logged in, it's very easy to start creating your courses. Simply click on Create, and you would input your name, subject area, and levels that you're teaching for. From there, everything is just a click away. Adding material, you can select folders and organize your material that way, or you can simply add assignments, pulling from previous documents or PDFs that you have already created. You can also pull from Google Drive, YouTube videos, Khan Academy, and Dropbox. You can add things like tests as quizzes, writing them brand new, or you can have those imported in from Blackboard. Schoology also offers the option to add in files and links to other tools, offers discussion, as well as many other resources. Parents, if they're set up with their child's account, can keep track of what their child is working on and view the same thing their child would. From an instructor standpoint, my screen will often show more than the student will see, as I can create content ahead of time, but I can keep it hidden until I want it to be available for students to view. When you first log in, the home page comes up, which will show any recent updates or activity, and this is where you would see messages from students and our instructors. And it will also list any upcoming assignments that are due or events that are upcoming, and this will be true for students as well, so they can quickly see when they need to turn in assignments. For this session, I'm focusing mostly on communication and collaboration, which is part of the second ISTE standard for students, as well as the Common Core Writing Anchor standard. Discussion boards are the ways that Schoology allows students to communicate and collaborate with others as well as their instructor. This is an example of a course I was previously part of. At the top, they listed the instructions for what we needed to write about, and then at the bottom was the discussion. In Schoology, you can set it up so that students can see previous discussions before they write their own, or you can set it so that they cannot see any other comments until they first post theirs. Another great feature of this tool is this highlight user. With Highlight User, I can click on a specific student and it does just exactly what it says. It highlights that user, making it easy for the instructor to find all the posts from that student. It will also list the number of posts that student has, so I could quickly check that right away. So I know this student has 3 posts. I can see they were one of the first ones to post, but as I scroll through, it will also highlight the rest of their post, making it quick and easy for the instructor to find all the comments by that student. Within Schoology, discussions can be shared to other courses so that you can have communication and collaboration among classes. You can set up small groups so that you're not having a whole class discuss together. And in a recent example I had, our ELA teacher and myself, the science teacher, does a group project, and we set up groups for the students so they could talk back and forth between the classes and have communication that way on their project. The Message Center is another way that students can communicate with both their instructor and with each other. This is an example of another instructor posting to actually an activity group that they had. This will post to all students in that group, and then you can see students can quickly comment back or ask questions if necessary. Student can post questions and comments themselves this way. They can post it to a specific class or can post it to all of their classes. And this way other students can respond back to that question if it's something they can answer, or the instructor could respond back. Students can also use the Message Center and ask questions directly to their instructor so that other students don't see it. And so this would be a private conversation back and forth between both the instructor and the student. Another way to offer communication back and forth is through the assignments that are submitted by the students. This is an example of where students could comment right when they first post the assignment, or afterward if they had questions or concerns their instructor, and the instructor could also write comments back in this location. And the instructor can write comments directly on the assignment, or they can also type comments in right with this specific question where they might have concern, so that the student can see those comments exactly with that part of the assignment. Besides using the tools that are built into Schoology, you can extend its use for communication and collaboration by putting in links to other websites or apps. One example that I often use is through Google. In science class, we could take lots of data, so we use Google Sheets very often. And instead of having students then open up their Google Drive and find the spreadsheet that way, I can link the spreadsheet right in their Schoology account, making it very easy for the students to locate that information and not have to search for it. In this example, students had to put in data from an activity we were working on. They had to put 2 different sets of data, and then I had it set up to graph form so we could make those comparisons. And I've also done it where we do the graphing in real time with the carbon cycle example I had. In this example for the carbon cycle game, the students went to different stations that were reservoir parts of the carbon cycle, and as they finished the game, they started typing in their data of how many times they were at each location. And what I displayed for them was a pie chart, and this pie chart was changing in real time so they could see which area were most of the students spending their time and which ones they were spending very little time at, and they could quickly see that some of the categories were changing as they were going through the assignment. So as you can see, Schoology is very easy to use, both from the instructor standpoint and the students as they navigate through it and use it for their online course. It offers many features. One of the main ones that it offers is a way to communicate and collaborate, and this happens between both students and instructors as well as among peers. And the ability to add in links from other sites offers endless possibilities for communication and collaboration beyond the simple built-in features from Schoology.